it got me. It got me from conversion at about age, what was that? So going into high school, probably 15. That's all I had to go on probably till I was about 60. And then I had cancer diagnosis, and it couldn't be cut out, and so it needed to be radiated, and it needed to be chemoed, and a lot, and so that just about killed me. The treatment, months later, and at the bottom of the treatment, kind of in the foxhole, and I could hear the bomb whistling down coming toward me, and I really thought I was going to die. And nobody was arguing with me. They told me 2 months after the treatment stopped, your radiation is still degrading and still killing cancer and still killing you, but we're trying to kill the cancer, not quite kill you. And I thought they overdid it, and I thought I was going. I really did. Absolutely convinced I was going to die. And this was on a Friday, and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm laying in my bed. Nancy had gone to work, and I was, for about a month, I was saying to Jesus, there's something wrong here. There's something wrong. This isn't working. My being a pastor, my being a convert to Christianity, in the foxhole when it really matters, something's off. And you aren't enough. I don't care what I've been told. I can tell you right now, you're not enough. I'm saying this to this empty wingback chair at the end of my bed that was the Jesus chair to me. And probably the most honest prayers I've ever had, really. It's not often that you find yourself so angry at God you're chewing him out for real. Nobody really does that, but I did. And nothing back. Just silence. And at that point, there's nothing more to turn to. There isn't a sacrament of healing. There isn't some priest I could have come and lay hands on me or anoint me with oil or holy water. There was nothing that could be done for me. And at that time, when Nancy was gone, and I was so weak I would have to hold the walls to walk down the hallway and stuff. It was bad. I lost, I think, 60 pounds and couldn't swallow and everything else. So at that moment in the kitchen, I could hear somebody banging around, and I could hear a cart rolling down our house toward my bedroom. And I see this cart turn the corner with a machine on it, and a guy in a white tech coat, the PA type of outfit. And he looked like he was about, I don't know, in his 30s. He had a dark beard, well trimmed and all that. So he looked like a medical guy. And he pushes this machine in my bedroom. And I wasn't afraid. And there's no reason this guy should be in my home. And the doors were locked. And so he comes to my bedroom and pushes the machine beside the bed. And he puts 4 tags on me. They're wired. They're connected to this machine. And I remember thinking, I'm not afraid of this guy. This is weird. I wonder why he's here. But he's going to do something. And this must be the 1,000,000th medical thing I've had done to me in the last few months. So I went with it. So he hooked me up. And nurses, especially on Friday afternoons, usually say something to a patient that's an icebreaker just to chit-chat while they're hooking stuff up. And usually it's, so do you have plans for the weekend? Or, how did your week go this week, Brad? Or something like that. And this guy says, do you love your wife?
Wow.
And I thought, that is the craziest,
it's pretty direct.
craziest icebreaker I've ever heard from a nurse. I thought, I'll answer him. I said, yes. And I saw on the machine, which is right by my head here, parked here, I saw this little window. And it had a needle meter in it. And the needle went up to 5 on a scale of 10 and back down. I went, this is some kind of a heart truth detector. And the next question was, do you love your dog Zeke? And, well, Zeke was my first dog that I just had, I don't know, a couple years before. And he was my dog. I love that dog. Didn't know I loved dogs. Thought I didn't, but I did. And so I went, well, yeah. And I saw the needle jump up, and I thought, oh, crap, it's going to go past 5.
That's what I was
I
thinking.
really did. I really thought, oh, no. I kind of tried to bear down or kind of tamp it, and it stopped at 4.9 and went back down. I was like, oh, my gosh. So it just shows you what an idiot I am. I'm worried about this total stranger thinking I love my dog more than my wife. and then he's messing around with the machine, and I was getting a little annoyed and wished he would finish up. And so there's this long pause, and then out of the blue he goes, do you love Jesus? And it was like when Netflix comes on, there was this sound like, dun dun. It was that. That's how it kind of, oh, wow. And I looked at the meter. I didn't answer. I couldn't answer. And I remember trying to kind of pull my arms in and gut the thing off of that peg. You know, just it was muscle or something. I didn't know how to get it off the peg. And I tried really hard, and he was watching me, and the needle didn't move. It was dead.
Wow.
And I was worn out. You know, that's all I had. And he said, he didn't say something, but he kind of gave me a look like, want to try again? You know, and I thought that was kind. And so I kind of took a breath. I tried again. I had less energy before. I mean, I was just about really dead. So I tried again weekly and didn't get anywhere. It was like, no, I can't do it. I can't get the needle off the peg. So he very kindly somehow, he took the tags off of me, rolled them up, I remember, and he set them on the top of the machine. And he just pushed it out of the room, started going down the hallway, and he just disappeared. And I looked at the empty wingback chair, and I just said, you know what? I think you're right. The reason this isn't working is I don't really love you. Not that kind of love you. You know, but I've read a lot of books. And so the verse came to mind, love the Lord God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. So being an attorney, I said, okay, God, you got to at least give me the strength part and the mind part maybe. Because look at all the books I've read. It's shelves and shelves of books I've read in my office. And I came to work every day, so I was kind of my body, but that heart and soul part, okay. I am not going to have time to work on this, to get this right before I see you. We're just going to have to work on this when I get there. I didn't think I would live the next day. And went to sleep thinking, man, that's true. I don't love Jesus like any kind of emotional love, And it was all in my head, kind of. I was an intellectual Christian. I was a well-read Christian, a verbose Christian, articulate maybe in the things that were taught. And so I was left with that. And next day I woke up, I wasn't dead. And I was like, oh gosh, I feel terrible. I think I'm going to die. I wonder how we're going to work this out. This shortage of love. And, as things started going through my mind, like, if I don't love God, then I probably don't love Nancy very much. Oh yeah, that had a scale of 10. I only went to 5. So these things are coming through my mind.